Alright, first back-to-back videos in a while. This pretty much is going to be about for guys who say MGTOW isn't the answer. Before I heard dating coach scam artist Corey Wayne say that, actually a comedian buddy of mine, we were doing a podcast, and he was kind of, I was bringing up the MGTOW thing, and he cringes at MGTOW. The funny thing is about him is he's given up the last few years, my friend, because he's in a similar situation as me. You know, he lives in his parents' basement. He's not happy about his life. You know, he's hard time to find him a good job. He has a car. That's one thing he has over me. But whenever I bring up MGTOW, he cringes. And I said, what do you got against MGTOW? And he's like, because MGTOW, that's not the solution, you know, or something like that. That's not gonna do anything. And believe it or not, it actually does. You know, when you stay away from negativity, you actually don't feel that negative. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw that dating coach scam artist asshole, Corey Wayne say the same thing, like, well, it's no solution. It's not going to do anything. It's like, it is. Because when you're doing PUA, you feel like you have this giant ball on your back with a chain, and you're just dragging through shit, going out every single day, trying to learn how to attract girls. This might be the thumbnail. Probably not. You know, trying to find the secrets of seduction, which we all know by now don't exist unless you have LMS. So to sit there and say, oh, that's not a solution, I disagree. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm happier, but as far as how I feel better because you put this intense pressure on yourself when you're doing PUA. I got to get good at talking to girls. I got to get laid. I got to get numbers. I got to get dates. I got to approach. I got to set goals. I got to watch videos. I got to do this. You're doing this insane checklist in your head, and all it's doing is making you more resentful, more bitter. You start hating yourself. You start hating life, and it's just a waste of time and energy. So to sit there and say MGTOW isn't a solution, I totally disagree. MGTOW is a solution, you know? My last job, well, I quit my last job. The one I had before that I quit that job because too many women worked there. Now, were the women mean to me? No, they were professional, but I can tell the attitude they had of, oh, I have a man doing stuff for me. So even if they didn't need anything, they would bother me. Why? Because in their head, they're a queen, and they see a guy whose job is to assist women. So, hey, go get me some water, go get me some paper. I don't need it, but you're a guy, and I'm a queen. Hey, wouldn't that be nice if we felt that way? Bunch of cunts. So pretty much I, eliminated the situation, even though it was a decent job, and I quit it. It wasn't the smartest thing to do, but I said, I don't want to work here anymore. After 7 months of that bullshit, I had enough. So, if something's if something's really negative, and something's putting a lot of pressure on you, you're getting nothing out of it, no results and no enjoyment, how the hell are you going to say that's not a solution? Stay away from negativity if you can. I mean, if you have to deal with it in life, you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it at work or school or at home or something. You have to deal with it. It's life. But if you can avoid it, why the hell would you not avoid it? So, the friend I tell you about, I told him about my MGTOW channel, and he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe all those people are watching your stuff." He doesn't understand why. But you see, this guy, what bothers me about him is, not to keep talking about him, I'm not going to say his name, is I went out for like 12, 13 years and approached my balls off. I really put my heart and my soul on my sleeve. He doesn't approach. And he's had some girlfriends a long time ago. He's a few years older than me. He's like in his mid-30s or whatever. But he mostly, I guess, met them online or in school or whatever, back when he was an art student or whatever. But it's like, dude, like, I put my heart on my sleeve. You barely tried. And you give up? Like me, I have a reason to give up. I got chewed up and spit out by women. I mean, women just pretty much said to me, we don't like you. Once again, I got a date once in a while. I got a pity make out maybe. But I got nothing. So, this guy, but it's funny how other guys look down on MGTOW, saying it's not a solution. As I said before, he doesn't realize it. He is a MGTOW. Even doesn't believe it, because he don't approach. He hasn't approached in years. He doesn't try. He doesn't even go online or on Tinder anymore. So if you're a guy, it doesn't matter what the reason is, and you don't approach women no more, and you don't pursue women, you don't text them, you don't engage with them, you are a MGTOW. You don't have to use that term. You can cringe by it, but it ain't going to change the fact that that's what you are. You are going your own way. Because if you weren't, you would do everything you can to try to engage with them. So anyways, that's pretty much the video. right now, and it's good to put up 2 back to back. I like putting up videos like that. Once again, out of the blue, and just when you guys think I'm down, knocking right out the park. But yeah, keep checking the channel, guys. More on the way. All right.